Hello everyone, welcome back to my JE Physics channel. I am so happy with your comments and suggestions made by my well-wishers, colleagues and friends, family members and my dear students also. I feel that video by video you will get better content as well as audio and video quality also. And definitely this my JE Physics channel is dedicated for good quality content. In this video we are going to learn the capillary rise. But when capillary length is not sufficient to be raised by some height h. Okay. So before getting into the video, so as usual my viewers know that this is my channel preview, and if you for the first time to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for new video notifications. At the same time, in Telegram you can go for my JE Physics part. Okay. In Telegram search for my JE Physics, then channel will appear and join in that, so that I'm keep on posting the videos in Telegram also. So let us get into the video. So these are the two diagrams you can see here. The first diagram stands for water rises, okay, in the capillary, whereas mercury will go down, depressed. So this height rise and depression of liquid happens because of angle of contact. If theta is less than 90, those liquids are called as wetting liquids. What is the theta? Theta is nothing but angle of contact angle. It is contact angle. It's called as, when theta is less than 90, those are called as wetting liquids. Where theta is more than 90, those are called as non-wetting liquids. Okay, so one is wetting liquid, other one is non-wetting liquid. Wetting liquids will rise. Not only water, any liquid which is having the less than 90 angle will rise, whereas the liquids which are having the angle of contact more than 90 will depressed. So this will go down, this will rise. So we are going to finding out first height raised. Okay, so how much height will be raised over here? So you can see in this diagram, so we are going to finding out this height value. Actually this meniscus volume, or what do you say, that the volume occupied by the liquid in that meniscus part is negligible what we are taking. Okay, so height value is required for that. So again you can see the diagram in the capillary. So this is the meniscus of the liquid. Okay, so if I am taking the surface tension forces will act in this way. Okay, na? Suppose angle of contact is 90. Sorry, angle of contact is less than 90, not 90. So if angle of contact is less than 90, then I can make what is that? This angle also theta. Then I can go for t cos theta, and other component is t sin theta. So even in the diagram also you can see that all forces are acting along the contact, what do you say, the tangent to the meniscus. Okay, so surface tension forces will act along the tangent to the meniscus, and force due to surface tension I can write down. Force value is equal to, the component is t cos theta. T cos theta is the component acting upward, and for what length it is in contact. If radius of the capillary is r, okay, so okay, let me change it, because this makes a lot of difference. So I am taking that the radius of the capillary I am taking as smaller, then the length in contact is 2 pi r. So this is the force acting in upward direction. So this force will act in upward direction because of surface tension. So that's why liquid will rise up. Okay. Now whatever weight is there, weight of liquid, this is completely liquid, suppose, that weight will act downward direction. So wherever this, what do you say, that force and weight are compensated, okay, or balanced, there liquid will come to equilibrium. Okay, na? So that equilibrium height is required. Okay, so then for that weight value I am calculating it now. So the weight value is equal to, weight is nothing but volume into density into g, mass into g, okay. So I am writing mg. In the place of mass I can write down volume. Volume is pi r square is the area into what height it is raised, h height. So as I told you, the volume of this meniscus is negligible. We are neglecting. After neglecting that only we are writing the height. So into rho water into G. So this is the weight. So wherever they are in equilibrium, then the liquid rises till that height. Okay. So height value we require. Height value we have to find out. So how to find out the height value? So for that I can take T cos theta into 2 pi r is equal to pi r square into h into rho water into G. Okay, so pi and r cancel out, pi cancel out, r cancel out. Then what is the height value I'll get? I'll get height value is equal to 2t cos theta on the left hand side, 2t cos theta. Okay, and on the right hand side you will get r, what that rho water into G, r into rho water into G. See here I am writing the rho water, but this is applicable for any liquid which is having the angle of contact less than 90. If it is less than 90, it will rise up. This is the height raised. And similar lines you can write down height depressed. The height depressed also same. You will get the same only. Height depressed also 2t cos theta by r rho mercury I am writing G. So both the height formula will be same, but one angle is less than 90, so you will get positive height. Other angle is more than 90 here. You will get the negative height. Negative height means depressed. Positive height means rises up. Okay. So this phenomena we know. This is a known phenomena only. So I am not going to do anything new in this. Just I derived what is the height raised by the liquid in the capillary tube. And same thing can be what is derived in other way also, which is using the excess pressure concept. See, this video is purely for the people who already completed surface tension. Okay. So how to go for excess pressure concept is something like this. If this is the capillary, okay, and capillary raised by what height? H height, suppose H height is raised. Okay. So now here it is the meniscus. This is the meniscus. If I am extending this meniscus, okay, so then I will get something like a liquid drop. I will get something like a liquid drop. So then inside pressure is how much? P naught. Now I require the pressure which is just outside the liquid drop. The pressure outside the liquid drop is equal to P naught minus 2T by R is the what? R is the radius of this bubble, not bubble, I mean drop. Okay, spherical drop. It's not a drop, it's not a bubble. So that radius I am taking. That's why I have changed actually capital R to small r previously. What is the small r? Small r is the radius of the capillary, something like this. R is the radius of the capillary. Capital R is the radius of the liquid drop. You can whatever imagined liquid drop. Okay. So that's why I have to go for what is the pressure outside is P naught minus 2T by R. Why? Because we know that the pressure inside the drop is more than outside. By what amount? 2T by R. That's called as excess pressure, right? So excess pressure will tell you that excess pressure is excess pressure. I hope all of you have done this part. Okay. So P inside and P outside. P inside is more than P outside. So then inside pressure minus outside pressure, okay, is equal to how much? 2T by R, where R is the radius of the drop. Okay. So then if P inside is P naught, then what will be the pressure outside? P inside is P naught. Now we require the pressure outside is equal to 2T by R. Okay. So then pressure outside is P naught minus 2T by R. This is the pressure outside. Okay. Now, so I know the pressure outside, which is just below the curvature. You can say what is the meniscus curvature. Just below the meniscus, I know the pressure. Outside, atmosphere pressure is there. Then at the surface, what is the pressure? P naught is the pressure. Again, it is open to atmosphere, right? So then here also the pressure value should be P naught. Then I can apply the pressure difference between 2 points in a static liquid. So the pressure difference between 2 points in a static liquid I can write down. This is P naught, more pressure, less pressure, difference is height h. So then I can write down P naught minus 2T by R, the pressure difference value I am writing. Okay, na? Higher pressure minus lower pressure should be equal to how much? Rho G H. Okay, so then P naught goes off. Then I can write down 2T by R is equal to rho G H. So here some students will have most of students will have the doubt that R is radius of the what? Radius of the drop, whatever we imagined. It's not the radius of the capillary. Capillary radius is smaller. Okay, so don't think that we have got a different formula comparatively this. We are going to get the same formula. So this is 2T cos theta by R rho G, where R is what? R is the radius of the capillary. Whereas here that R, whatever R is there, this radius of meniscus. Okay, so this is the radius of curvature of okay, curvature of meniscus. This is meniscus radius. Okay, na? Sorry, it's a meniscus radius. Okay, so there is a difference. Then what is the relation between the smaller and capillary? So we can do that part also. The relation between the smaller and capillary is something like this. This is the R, am I right? And we got the R something like this. This is the smaller, and we know the angle of contact. This is the tangent. Okay, so I can use a black one. So this will be the angle of contact. Okay, so I can write down here, this is the angle of contact theta. Then if this is theta, then what is the remaining angle? This angle I can write down. I can write down that angle as something like 90 minus theta. This is horizontal and this is vertical. So then this angle is 90. If this is 90 minus theta, this has to be theta. Okay, so I will draw again those things. Something like this is the horizontal smaller and this is vertical line, and this is the tangent to the meniscus. Hope you are understanding this part. This is the meniscus tangent. Okay, so this angle we got theta, this angle will be 90 minus theta. So now we have this is the R. Okay, so this is 90, then this angle should be theta. This is R, capital R and theta. Then I can use the cos theta logic. So then what is the cos theta? I'll get cos theta is equal small r by capital R. This is the cos theta value. So then capital R value we can find out, which is r by cos theta. So this particular formula is very important in solving the questions of surface tension. Okay, they'll give you curvatures. We have to find out the smaller and capital R, which is radius of meniscus relations. So there, this type of whatever I have done this mathematics, this is very much useful. So then as I know capital R is equal to r cos theta, if I am writing here, then directly I will get. So if I am keeping this, keep the r value r by cos theta, then what is the height value I will get? Height value is equal to 2t cos theta by r rho g, whichever I have done earlier. So both will be same. So in both the ways I derived what is the height raised in capillary tube. Okay. So but this all will happen when our capillary length is very large. Okay, na? Capillary length is more than height. So let us see if capillary length is not more than the height raised. Okay. Suppose that here I am having capillary length is L1. Okay. So now the capillary length is L2. Here the capillary length is L3, which is outside the liquid. Clear? So all L1, L2, L3, all L1, L2 and L3 are less than height raised, which is 2t cos theta by r rho g. So what is the height it can rise? It can rise the height 2t cos theta by r rho g, but whatever length of the capillary tubes we are having, less than that. All are less than, okay, all are less than h. Under that condition, what will happen? Liquid will rise to the top. Here also liquid will rise to the top. So everywhere liquid will rise to top, and there it will settle. It cannot go upward. Don't think that it will spill. It will spill out. It cannot spill out. Why? Because there is no additional surface tension force to pull it up. Okay, so as there is no additional force to pull it up, so the liquid cannot rise much, above that level. So it will reach to the top and it will settle. But that settlement is something different. Okay, it will settle here also, it will settle at the top, here also it will settle at the top, here also it will settle at the top. In all the three cases, settling at the top is done. But how that is settling is very important. Okay, na? So now see, here one amount of liquid is raised, here other amount of liquid will rise. Like that, as you change the length, understood? I am taking the capillary inside. As I am taking the capillary inside, the length of the liquid in the capillary changes. So that means weight of liquid also changes. Clear? So to balance this weight, there will be some forces over here. Those forces also has to change. So let us do that part. So what is the settlement or what is the changes you will find in all the three cases is the radius of curvature. Okay, here whatever meniscus is there, this meniscus will have one radius. Okay, so this meniscus will have the other radius. Okay, so this meniscus will have some other radius. So meniscus will change in such a way that so that amount of liquid in the capillary will be balanced. So what is the change in radius? How the radius changes? As the L value decreases, then R value increases. Radius of curvature will increase. Okay, so let us see why it is happening. Okay, so for that I am taking some example. Length of the capillary is, suppose L. L is the length of the capillary. What I know. So let us say this is the curvature. This is the curvature, and what is the radius of curvature I am taking? Radius of curvature I am taking as capital R. Capital R is the radius of curvature. Then what is the pressure outside is? The pressure outside is P naught. So actually this is the point what I want to explain in the video. Okay. So the pressure inside this drop is P naught. Then what is the pressure outside? Pressure outside the drop. So now you can consider this is entirely one drop. So what is the pressure outside the drop is? We know that P naught minus 2T by R. Am I right? P naught minus 2T by R is the pressure outside the drop. Then what is the pressure on the surface of the fluid is? P naught. So here also what is the pressure is? P naught. So then I can go for pressure difference between these 2 points. So what is the pressure difference between those 2 points? P naught is the pressure, okay, minus, what is the pressure over here? P naught minus 2T by capital R. See, where again R is not radius of capillary, radius of curvature or radius of meniscus, okay, which is equal to, what I can write down? Pressure difference between these two, higher pressure minus lower pressure, vertical pressure difference, which I can write down as rho GL. Clear? Then P naught and P naught goes off. Then 2T by R is equal to, I can write down rho GL. Then here the important point is L into R is equal to. So what is L into R is equal to? 2T by rho G. Okay. So L into R is equal to 2T by rho G. For a given liquid, 2T by rho G should be equal to constant. This should be constant. So that means L into R is equal to constant. Ultimately we got, this is the idea. L into R is equal to constant for what? For given liquid. For given liquid. Okay, na? So we are not changing any liquid. So let us apply the same principle to the previous part. So here. So what happens to the L1, L2, L3? Decreasing. So I can write down in this entire all the 3 scenarios. So I can write down that L1 R1 is equal to 2T by rho G, which is equal to L2 R2, okay, which is equal to L3 R3, all will be equal to 2T by rho G according to the principle whatever we got. That means as you are pushing this capillary into the liquid, then what happens to the curvature? Curvature will settle or curvature radius will increase in such a way that it will hold the entire liquid. Okay. Suppose if you are taking the entire capillary into the liquid, entire capillary I am taking into the liquid, means what is the L value? L value is 0. If L value is 0, then R value should be, if L value is 0, R value should be infinity. That means you don't find any curvature, then the liquid inside the capillary will be exactly matches with the surface. Okay. So like this the curvature changes as the, what that capillary tube is getting inserted into the liquid. But don't think that the liquid will come out of the capillary if length of the capillary is less than the height required. Okay. So hope you will remember this part. So you may get questions on this. Okay. So if you really enjoy the video and learn something, so please do like it. At the same time, share it with your friends